Hey guys, what's up? It's the one and only Fallen Fett here to remind you to check out the Boba Squadron found on Toying Around's YouTube channel. Join Kevin, Yoko, Paul, and myself as we break down the latest Star Wars episodes, news, and much, much more. And go to heroesvillains.com, use our code BOBA20 and receive 20% off your next order. Plus, it's stackable. Check it out. They have great merch, represent your favorite fandom, plus more. And don't forget to tune in to the Boba Squadron. Peace. Hey guys, what's up? It's the one and only Fallen Fett. Welcome to another episode of They're Not Dolls with the Toy Migos. You know who I am. You know the guys. You know what time it is. It's time to rip into it. Tonight's Rip Into It is sponsored by D. Blake Makes Shake and Make. I got the brand new G.I. Joe Blue Ninjas. There's your side art. Oh, that is a lot of accessories. Oh no. Oh, what was that? Blue Ninjas! Fancy. Oh, Blue Ninjas accessory box. Yes! Yeah! Premature rip. Oh, and I'm done. Cramp. We got swords and a bow. I only got one head.
So no head?
Okay, because I can't take them out of the packaging. I'm just going to put it like that. It's the best we're going to do. We're going to fake it, as always. I love these. I mean, that was a whole specific reason. Not only getting the female ninja, but because of these alternates. That was it. Get yours now on HasbroPulse.com. Hey guys, hello and what's up, and welcome to another episode of the Fallen Fett Chronicles. It is episode 130, 4 letters, 1 word. Yes. What's up, everybody? How the heck are you? I'm back. Sorry for last week. Work was killer. It was crazy. But here we are. We are back. So we moved last week's show up a little bit. We do have some special guests here tonight. We'll bring them on in just a couple minutes, but I do want to check in with the Federation. Say hi, how are you, what's up? Let you know how I've been, you know, just the usual. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and hit all so you don't miss when we're on, as we try every Wednesday night, and sometimes a little bit extra. So do that for me, please, and welcome to the show. Say what's up over there, because I will shout you out later, and we'll get the show rolling here in just a sec. So, how are you guys? Yeah, another hiatus. I apologize, but you know, Yoko's busy. She's trying to get all her content up and caught up. So she's been doing that. So please go check out all of her videos. The link is right there in the description down below. And you can watch those, catch up on her vlogs and everything that she had going on in Japan. Plus more. There's some really cool stuff that she's got going over there. So go say what's up to her and do that for me, please. Tommy will not be joining us tonight. And then I got all disappointed because in the middle of work, Dario sends a text like, hey, what's up? Let's do a show. And I was stuck at work. So I don't know if Dario's going to make it tonight. But we do have the Wrestling Hound in the house tonight. Grumps is here. Rick, Dom, and we'll see who else can show up. Maybe Chamba might jump in. And then when Between Two Sentinels done, let's see if Machu will join us. But that's going to be tonight's show. We're going to go over WWE stuff and get caught up on what's going on. We'll talk a little Backlash, the upcoming Saturday night's main event, and get into some of the stories of the craziness that's going on. You guys really seem to like it and have been really responsive to it. So we'll keep this up after a PLE as much as we can. and bring in different people, keep the same bunch and like that. Augie won't be able to join us tonight. He had work scheduled, so unfortunately, he won't be here tonight. But what's up, Augie? I know you're listening. So that's it, man. I missed work. I mean, I missed last week's show because of work. So I apologize. And then like that, you know, Yoko's got all her stuff going on. So we didn't have a sit-in. And the NMO will not come over here and go ahead and do a show for you. That's fine. That's fine. I see you guys. I see what's going on. But yeah, I was able to make They're Not Dolls the next day. It was my last day. It was very, very busy. Work is hectic. Work is cool. And unfortunately, family life, my Theo passed away. So we had his funeral this weekend, and may he rest in peace. He was a super cool man, and somebody to look up to. As I thought about it later in life, dude, my Theo had all the coolest gadgets, like before anybody else did. You know, you don't notice that stuff till you're growing up later. Like I remember he had a VCR first. He had Atari. He had the big ass dish that sat in your backyard that turned real slow to get all the numbers. So he had like every channel. It was always cool to stay the night at Theo's house. But then also, you know, going through as his passing, you know, he was part of the Vietnam War and everything. And we found out that, you know, he received the Purple Heart and also a Distinguished Medal before that, from above that one, from the president, that, you know, he didn't ever talk about that stuff. So it was nice. We addressed it at the funeral. It's nice to get that stuff out there. And he was just an all around cool dude. He taught me, no matter what or what environment you're in or what's going on, you can always be yourself and still enjoy life and enjoy what's going on. And what I mean by that was, oh man, dude, my Theo was a cusser. God, was he a cusser. And that's where I learned all my cuss words from, being a little kid, because he did not give a crap who was going on or who was there. He was going to speak his mind. And then you know him for that, and his pack of cools that he always smoked. So some of the family had cool shirts and everything on there. And it was nice. It was nice to see the family. It always sucks when that's how we have to get together and do stuff. But may my Theo Ernie rest in peace. And he lived a great life, a proud life. I'm very proud of him. And like I said, it was nice to hang out with the family. So that's what I got going on. There's lots of Disney news out there as well. We got the 70th celebration going on. And man, they are ripping out our wallets with everything from a $60 key that everybody must have to cool retro wear. I don't know if you guys have seen any of this. I'll definitely be reposting some of the Disney stories, but they have old merch like from the 80s and 70s and even the 60s, as far as like the old sun hats and everything that they have. And oh man, it's really cool around there. Plus, it's also been a little bit dead in the parks lately because only the top tier pass holders are able to go right now. And you know, it's kind of pleasant that way. Short wait times on rides, and it was kind of nice to see it not as crowded. But there's tons of merch going on. I really thought there was going to be more celebration stuff like decorated throughout the park, and that's going on, but it seemed a little. But I mean, we have all year to go through that, so maybe they'll be throwing out more, and you know, there'll be more to show for it. But like, I remember the 50th was just like blown out. There was like decorations everywhere, and you could do this and you could receive that. So let's see what we get, what happens. But Disney's been cool right now. And then the only thing is that it's packed with is all the grad night kids, man. And they're partying up a storm, and they're doing that. So if you're planning on going to Disney, a little how we do Disney tip, always remember to check the hours, because they're not always open till midnight or open till 10. You know, the times change for these special events, and grad night is a lot during the month of May and a lot of days. So if you're planning to go, make sure that you check the schedule, because you don't want to end up missing out on the time that you paid for. When I was just there recently, I didn't even know it closed early, and we almost missed out on some stuff. So, you know, it even happens to the best of us. Always check that schedule, and stay tuned to the IG and the stories and that, and I'll be getting some content out there of what's going on for the 70th, and tune back in for how we do Disney stuff. Toy Migos is always a good time, so I was happy to come back on last Thursday. We had a great show. Go check out that replay. Check out YOKO stuff. Lots of Andor stuff being talked about. I know Kev did some other different shows that he talked about it on there too. So go check those out. I think Paul and everybody was a part of that as well too. So everybody seemed to love Andor very much as I did. And maybe one day we'll just have to sit here and talk about it now that it's been through everybody and we've had some time. But we are going to catch up with some wrestling talk tonight. We are back. So thank you very much. Let me bring on some of the people to the stage. First up, who is here, and I don't know why he keeps jumping around. So let's hope that this is working. What's up? Shout out to Grumps.
Yo, what's going on?
I don't know. I keep seeing you pop on and off at the screen. I was like, what's going on? It just keeps resetting?
Yeah, that's all. It's all good.
Just keep coming back. But for sure. We also got back with us once again, of course. What would it be without the Wrestling Hound?
Yo, what up, baby? Let's go.
What up, brother? Dang, with your belt and everything. God, brother. Yeah. I feel so underdressed now. I just still got my Taker shirt on. I need to go get some more wrestling shirts. For reals. Yeah. And joining us tonight for here, we have Rick Doms in the house.
Let's go.
What up, brother? You are muted.
Oh, my God. I was muted.
Yeah. That's all right.
The past and the future meet in a stream.
Yes. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show.
What's up, guys? What are we talking?
Are you?
Talking wrestling?
Yeah, we're going to do some wrestling talk.
Oh, hell yeah.
A lot going on. I know, sorry, I apologize. I missed last week because of work, but we're here now, so we can catch up on all stories of, like, we'll just go on to what's now and coming up to Saturday night's main event. If you guys are cool with that, we'll touch over the backlash and what we thought and what the how the stories are looking right now. And again, just give our opinion into that. But I'll check in with you guys, see how you are, and then we'll check in with the Federation, and we'll jump right into it as we always do. So Grumps, I brought you on first, man. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Thanks for hopping in. And how the heck have you been?
Sorry about your uncle.
Man, it's good. He lives a good life, man. For reals, you know?
Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
You gave me a mini heart attack when you posted about him the first time. I just saw your profile say, like, Ernesto Villarreal, and I was like, what? Isn't that his name? I was like, is this fucking Ernie's name?
Don't scare me, dude. No.
Dude, I was like, don't tell me this is Ernesto's wife. I was like,
no, man.
And then I took a good picture, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
This is a beloved family member here. Thank God.
Yeah, no, my Theo's name was Ernie too. My mom's brother. My dad's name is Ernie, and then I'm another Ernie. So yeah, there was a bunch of them. It just so happened. Yeah. But dude, my Theo Ernie was just I loved it, dude, because he didn't give a shit. Check this out, Grumps. So unfortunately, my dad had a lot of back surgeries in the day. He was hit by a train at work when I was younger. Yeah, and so he's constantly been in surgeries on his back. So going to the hospital and everything, it sucks to say this, was kind of becoming a normal thing. Everybody there and like that. So my Theo would show up and take us. Like, hey, let's go to McDonald's. Let's go watch a movie. And at this one time, I said no because now I was just a little bit older and I was understanding that my dad was getting a cage in his back. So I wanted to stay for that, right? So he takes my little brother. Little brother comes back with his Happy Meal and he's all cool. And he wanted a seat. And all of a sudden, dude, he's there and he looks at my cousin who came and sat down and she sat in his seat and he's like, hey, I was playing right here. And she said, Mijo, play over there. I need to sit down. Go ahead. And my little brother, who was probably like 7, maybe 6 or whatever at this time, turns to her and says, I smell. Yes, he said it because come to find out, Theo had to take him to go watch House Party. That
House Party, a 7-year-old?
Let's go.
That's crazy.
So he came back repeating House Party, and we were just busting up, cracking up, like, oh my God. My Theo lost it, and he's like, that's the movie he said he wanted to see. And so, yeah, that's how my Theo was. He was cool, dude. So, yeah. he lived a good life. Lots of great memories with him. We had tons of family time. So, yeah, man, it was cool to reminisce about this stuff this weekend, right? So, yeah, thank you for that. But we're all doing good, you know. Much love to my aunt. That's the one who we have to, you know, be there for right now. And, you know, we're a big family, so we'll take care of it. So that's cool. But what have you been up to, man? How's it been?
Man, I'm telling, man. You know, I was watching the Knicks game before this, so
Well, how are they
getting
doing?
hyped up. They're doing good, winning by 7 points at the moment.
If
So
All right,
if the
all
Knicks
right.
don't win the whole thing, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm a Warriors fan.
okay,
I don't want nobody in the West to win. Okay, I'll tell you that right
okay,
now. I don't want nobody in the West to win.
good.
And the Knicks haven't won anything in so long. I just think it's such a good story.
Yeah.
I want the Knicks to do it, and I like Jalen Brunson. I like. Jalen.
Okay, good.
It's always
Yeah,
good for a good story, right?
that
Yeah.
works for me.
Yeah. How's the collecting been, Grumps, out there? You been getting anything new or?
Yeah, I got well, I got Ron Simmons yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Damn.
I got Ron
Nice.
Simmons. I got Venom. I don't know if you could see, and Sagat
Oh,
today.
against the Sagat. How do
What'd you
you
get
like the Venom?
Oh, Venom is amazing. I mean, this thing is massive. That's what she
Man,
said.
19
Yeah.
inches. What are we talking?
I guess. I don't know.
He's pretty
Where'd you
big.
get the
though.
cigar from?
Pop culture, Australia.
Australia, eh?
Combo
Really?
put me onto it. It was cheaper to buy it and have it shipped from Australia.
Damn.
Really?
I gotta check
Yeah.
it out. I mean, he's talked about it so many times, but I didn't know the shipping would be that good. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, that's
Even
where
with the
they're
shipping,
useful from.
I got 3 figures. I got Sagat, I got Guile, and what's her name?
Blanca?
Blanca.
And you know, this is all above my pay grade.
Mhm.
But would ordering from them in the future allow us to get away from a tariff?
I think it'll be less.
Is Australia the answer?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
ahead, Ian.
there's tariffs on every country or most countries, so
Correct. Right. Yeah.
But I think the tariffs on Australia are less than, say China or Japan or whatever. So
I'm in.
Yeah.
Sold.
Nice. Yeah, we'll have to try that one.
and it's closer to California, I think, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
I've
it's like-
still been patiently waiting for Target, man. So
I know that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I live next door to Target, and Hound has heard it. It's not a joke when I say I live next door to Target. I
Mhm.
get on the call, and it takes me 2 minutes to drive. It's literally right. I could see it from my window.
Okay.
Wow.
And I have a Jada Target. So
Okay.
I check that
Oh.
damn Target every single day, and I don't annoy. I find an employee, even if it's not in the toy section, and I go like, "Hey, do you mind looking this up for me?"
Exactly.
Really quick? And they usually don't care. They usually go like,
Yeah.
"Yeah," they want to stop whatever they're doing and just like, "Yeah, let's go." And then I
Yeah.
look it up, and then I'll ask like, "Do you know if there's one coming or if there's any in stock?" And then they'll go, "Oh, nothing here yet." And I'll go, "Okay, cool, bye." And then I leave.
Yeah.
I go almost every single day and do the same thing every time.
Usually I've been pretty good about it, and unfortunately I missed mine, but Wisman got the ones that I was looking for. So that's cool.
Whiz Kid? Oh
Yeah,
my
so
god.
that's fine. If it goes to the homie, then that's cool.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
I
You,
still
him,
need
and
mine, and I haven't got them back yet.
him and Cheney, you guys are all like
Mhm.
right there, right?
Yeah. So me and Wisman share the same Target. Cheney has one at his work, and then he has one at his side. So
Mhm.
we've been fortunate with ours of getting stuff. Like I know they've had Tony the Tiger and everything already too. But I'm also waiting for that post from somebody to say, "Hey, they're up at Target right now."
Yeah.
Just like
For the
hurry and
website,
order. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
found Tony. I found Tony, and I saw Chester, and those were no problem. I see Cammy and Red Chun Li at my store
Yes.
and whatnot, but I need the big boys. I need Blanca and I need Sagat.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
then
don't
just to
get
maybe Target still
I don't
has them at
get the Jada.
$29.99. No,
Nah,
yours don't have them.
in my part here in Queens, New York,
Yeah.
I don't get Jada.
Hey, have you asked them about it?
Yeah,
Oh, and they just whatever.
just
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
All right.
they have the cars obviously in the car section, but like the action figures, and I've never seen them.
Yeah. The Target specifically does. I know. I've heard somebody mention it before, and they actually got them to bring it in. That the next one was too far, so it kind of worked out for them. And I was like, oh, okay, well that's cool, man. At least you scored. But yeah, sometimes when it's just one, so we have 3 of them up here, and only one of ours carries them. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I get what you're saying. So that would suck if none of ours did. But I hope you find them soon, Rick. And how have you been?
I've been good. I've been good. You know, hunting these Jadas and getting ready for Comic-Con. You know, like every decision I make in life for like the past couple of months has been like, well, I got to plan for Comic-Con. So there's that.
It's coming up quick.
Yeah, it's everything's going by really quick. You know, we're all getting older and time passes by really fast.
Dude,
so, I mean,
when I wrote down the date this morning, I thought I was wrong. I wrote down, I'm like, May 21st. Oh, wait. No? I like double check it. And I'm like, dude, it's already June. Like, we're at the end of May. What the heck?
It's coming up fast. And it's funny because I keep having to get my lady to like think the same way. Like, she keeps wanting to buy things, and I'm like, dude, we're gonna go to Comic-Con in like a month and a half. Like, chill out.
Wow,
and then she'll like, no, we're not. And then she'll look at the date and she'll go like, damn, like, you're right, it is a month and a half from now. Like, yeah, chill out. Like, you don't gotta buy new AirPods right now. Yeah, because she's a collector too. So like, I keep telling her like, trust me, you don't want to do this. You don't want to buy these random things before Comic-Con, and then you show up like, damn, man, I shouldn't have bought this. I shouldn't have bought that. I should have just waited.
Yeah.
It sneaks up on you real fast.
See, but I still got to hit my Ross because Ross.
Oh yeah, that I do.
Ross is still coming in hot, brother.
Yeah, I checked that Ross.
But I don't know, man. I was telling Mike, you know, of course, Arizona Toy Hunters Guild, that dude, we've been just busted like for about, I'd say, a month and a half now. Like, I got that first round before Easter when everything was posting about the Legends, and I was like, cool, this is gonna be awesome. And then since then, dude, it has been nothing. Yeah, like literally, there's like been Pez. Man. Like that's it. I see Pez and candy boxes and all of those Loyal Subject turtles.
I see Funko Pops, those Loyal Subject stuff. I don't see anything else no more.
I'm trying to get that the Blackheart Wave and the Zabu Wave. Yeah,
never seen it.
Yeah, the homie Santo 1414 was able to grab the Spider-Man one for me. The Goblin chick, the one with the orange.
All Hallows Eve.
Thank you. Yes.
Hallows Eve.
Yeah, so he had one of those there, so he hooked it up there, and then another one to follow and look at too is Brick University, and he picked me up a Star Wars one that he had extra. So I was like, okay, cool, thanks, man, because he's posting all the time too. So like your go-to, you know, Brick and Arizona Toy Hunters Guild is like they'll keep you on up to date on the raw stuff. But then I go in and I show up and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
there ain't nothing here.
Nothing there. Bare.
And then it was funny, like the video I posted for Mike one time, because Mike then too always finds all these Jordans and everything. And we had a mispatch bear. They were like selling one Jordan like by itself. And I was like, bro, this is the epitome of the Fallen Fett's Ross, dude, is one Jordan. Like not two, not a pair. Literally, here you go. Here's the right one, you know, just in case you were missing it. And we're still going to charge you for it. Man. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I check my Ross like very, very frequently. I never see anything. Oddly enough, this freaking DD's near me has had like 15 of the White Vision for like months. Man. There's like 15 of them at this local DD's, and nobody's buying them at $4.99.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it. They're just sitting there.
Yeah, DD's was supposed to come up on stuff too. I got the Super 7 the little Sharkticons that go with Megatron.
Yeah, I never found none of the Transformer stuff. Never.
Oh man, I got lucky. They were $2.99. Yeah, so I was able to grab a couple of those.
I went to a comic shop during like the height of like the Super 7 stuff hitting Ross, and you could just tell their whole store was filled up with Ross Super 7 stuff. It was just a bunch of Megatrons and Grimlocks and all that stuff and all the Simpsons stuff, and I was so pissed. Like, man, they all hit the stores right before I did. I wanted all the Disney stuff too. I only ever found the Queen of Hearts. I never found anybody else from that Super 7 line.
Oh, I
at
never
my
saw
level.
him
Really? Yeah, I saw Queen of Hearts
up here, so I never saw the Transformers, the Disney stuff, because I would have got the Disney stuff, of course.
Yeah,
But
that stuff at those
I never
prices.
saw
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No. Well, good luck to you out there, man, and let me know if you find any of those Marvel Legends.
Yeah, if I find any of them, I got you.
Let me know, man. But speaking of Ross and that, dude, Hound, they've even had Ultimates there. The only thing I haven't got him, the only reason I haven't got him though is because for some strange reason, like you can get Marvel Legends and stuff for $5.99, but they're putting the Ultimates at $19.99.
Yeah, that's the only thing
know,
I've ever found.
Yeah,
the
that's
Triple
still
H.
good. You know, right? Because they're like what? They're 32, 35?
Yeah, they're like around 30.
Right. So I know that's still good, but because I don't collect like that, but I've seen Seth freaking Rollins, Hogan, I've seen the Usos, I've seen who else? A different Hogan. So they've had them, but like I said, it's $19.99, and I don't do wrestling.
Yeah.
But if you check any of those pages, like on Mike's page, you know, or anything, Hound, and there's one you're looking for, let me know, man, so I can grab it for you.
Yeah, because around me it's slim pickings because I don't have a Ross, I don't have an Ollie's, I don't have anything that you guys all talk about, so I'm screwed over here. So.
I haven't even seen anybody posting the Ollie stuff, but I heard they were pretty packed too.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I had a friend find those deluxe GI Joes the other day at his Ross.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he got lucky because he was like in a local collector group and somebody posted up like, hey, look what's here at Ross. I don't do GI Joes though. And he like immediately drove over and got everything that they had.
Nice. Yeah.
Must be nice.
The homie Diggs Figs is helping me out too. So yeah. Well, you gotta have your friends everywhere. But even still right now when they're not hitting you up like, hey, I found this. That's like it's like, man, what's going on? Mike's still the only one who lives in Narnia over there in his freaking Toyland.
Rick hooked me up a couple of months ago with some McFarlanes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I see those all the time. The platinum ones, I see them all the time.
Yeah. Speaking of, hold on, I'm sorry. Grumps, did you get the Batman and the King Kong in that?
No, I passed on that.
Did you? Really?
Yeah.
I see it at our Target all the time. I just think that con looks pretty cool. Like,
I don't think it moves that well. I'm not really sure.
Oh, it doesn't? Really?
I'm not sure.
It's just like the stature and the size of them. And of course the sculpt. I mean, it's McFarlane, but yeah. That's cool. But yeah, Hound, if there's something that you see pops up on any of their stories, let me know. I will this weekend. Like I said, I was busy with work. I'll be sending out your wrestling figure that you won at trivia. Okay?
Let's go.
Yeah, Mr. Ravishing Rick Rude. So, how you been, Hound?
I've been good, just chilling. I watched like the first hour or whatever of AEW Dynamite. It was cooking. I got some new figures. I got this Punk from the Pipe Bomb. He went crazy. I got a bunch of new figures, but they're all like over there. I got like a new ring and stuff. So we cooking over here at Hound's Domain.
You got
a lot of wrestling figures coming in. So I just got the new Rhea Ripley. I bought it yesterday, the Elite 117. So I need all the mommies I can get. I need them.
Is that a canvas, right?
What?
Like, does it have the canvas?
Yeah. It's everything's cloth. It's not like
that's
a
cool.
basic ring.
That's awesome. All right, so before we jump into news and get caught up here with everything going on right now at WWE, let's say what's up to the Federation. We got Bradley here. What's up, Brad? Renzi's in the house. Sub nerds. Tommy's here. Hi, Tommy. He's chilling, just watching the show right now. Yes, Hound is right here. Everybody's saying what's up to each other. Marcus is here. Don't forget, guys, if you need your bingo cards, we like to play bingo here as well too. Go over to Marcus on Instagram. He'll hit you up with the brand new Fallen Fett Chronicles bingo cards that he had made, and they're pretty awesome. So make sure you hit him up and get your brand new bingo card. Mark Rose is here. Renzi, Sonic Rockman X, what's up? Kelly, what's up, Kelly? Yes, I am back. Thankfully, I always miss it over here. Let's see, what do we got? Tashi Station Emporium in the house for all your figure stand needs. What's up, Moocher? How are you? Right after this, Sarlacc Digest, of course, like you saw at the beginning. Don't forget to go hit up Tashi Station Emporium and get all your figure stands and everything else too to make those figures pop instead of falling off of your shelf. He has lots of things going on, and his YouTube channel as well. Again, all the links are below for that as well. As you saw at the beginning too, don't forget D Blake Makes. Treat your shelf. Use code FallenFett to receive 20% off your order. And he's got a lot going on. I think it might be too late for the cutoff for Father's Day if you're looking for some Father's Day gifts. But go over there and hit him up, though, too. You're supposed to fake not wanting the M&O to take over. No, I'm going to throw it out there because they already know. Marcus, thank you very much. Tommy as well, too. He was funny as hell. Oh, yeah. What's up? Santo's here. What's up, Santo, man? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. There's Mike. Mike's in the house. Arizona Toy Hunters Guild. What's up? Grumps is in and the Bat Cave. Yes. Everybody shouting out Grumps. What's up, Sonic Rockman X? Ernie, is there anything Kingdom Hearts related at Disney? No. So Jeff, my stepson, he loves Kingdom Hearts too. And actually, I always check for him. There's only been a couple pins, and it's sad to say. But when we were there last, I did see somebody with a lounge fly that I never saw before of Sora. So I don't know if you ever seen that. I don't know if it was new or old, but that's basically the only Kingdom Hearts that we've seen so far. Although I will have to say there is a jersey that's out right now for the 70th, and I swear they have Mickey, Donald, and Goofy on it, and it looks like it was taken from Kingdom Hearts. Their pose and the way that they're drawn. I'd actually mentioned that to Corinne. I'll send you a picture when I see it next time because I really felt that way. It was pretty cool. But if I ever see anything, Sonic, I'll let you know. Yeah, there was actually, it's triple Ernie's. But I was never Ernie as a kid. All growing up, even till now, I'm always known as Gordo. So that's just what it was. So I would never, anybody calling my Theo or my dad, I was never mistaken for it. Mike says, rip that shirt off like Hogan. No way, bro. That ain't happening, man. 2 Ernie's, 1 stream. G Serto's here. What's up? How are you? 14 inches of Venom, says Marcus. What's up, John to the Ross? That's right. Big up to all of the Theos and Theo for doing the unimaginable fun things dads can't. We need them. It's so true. It is. It's like you take that over and that's it. Justin's here. What's up, Justin? How are you? Jurassic Jester's in the house. Look at all that stat cast. I'll have to catch the replay. Have a good show. You got it, Jester. Thanks for stopping by, man. Let's see. Can't Grumps use the computer behind them to find the figures inside the Bat Cave, right? Yeah, nothing in Long Beach, Ross. Yeah, John's out there looking for me too, unless there's another collector scooping them up before I get there. Dude, I've been wondering the same thing, or if it's just the resellers that are out here and knowing, but I've popped in more than a couple times at opening, and I've been checking the racks, and it was kind of like what Rick said. They're usually like full of pops right now. Are the racks that they're bringing out, and I'm like, okay, where's all the figures? So unless it's a worker or something, but usually it's like if Mike or Brick show it, then I know like to jam over there the next day or like that night, even if I'm lucky. So, and that just hasn't been happening, man. Stormfire Blizzard is here. Greetings and salutations. There was no notification. Damn it. Sorry, man, but you're here on time. You're all good. Matt Logic 44. What's up? How are you doing out there? DD's is dropping Bandai model kits. Book of Boba era Boba 112 at $5.99 and the Grogu one. I haven't seen those. I've seen exactly the White Vision, like Rick was saying, but I have one of those model kits. I've just never tried it before. And I know I have the Grievous in it. That's pretty good. Let's see. The 1/4 scale Grogu also, he said. I don't think stuff is hitting. I hit a few stores in Compton and they were bare. Yeah, I know. I had Ross every weekday. Not a thanks, John. I appreciate that, man. That's cool. Good luck to you, and let me know if you find anything. Zion Collectibles is also here. What's up, fellas? And that's everybody right now so far for the Federation checking in. Thank you guys very much. So, yeah, unfortunately, we missed last week, but we did have Backlash go on. Just how was it? What did you guys think? You know, for me, it was kind of an okay show. It didn't really I felt like push anything, you know, too much. So I was just like, it was okay with me. You know, there was nothing that really stuck out unless I'm not remembering right now. I mean, but to see Cena and Orton go at it that was cool, you know. And then of course just all those classic RKOs when everybody ran out, all the suits and everything, and he went crazy. That was hilarious. It was really good, but that last dude that he hit didn't sell it very well, and everybody else was like perfect of flying up and rolling out of the ring. But that last dude didn't hit it very well, and I was like, "Oh man, you had your chance, like just to keep it rolling, and you did it." But did anything stick out to you guys at all, Grumps?
I enjoyed Penta versus Dominic Mysterio. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Gunther Pat McAfee was brutal. For Pat McAfee, basically.
Yeah,
I wonder what the point of all of that is.
I don't know, because it just kind of stopped. That's what I'm saying. Like nothing moved forward because he stopped, and then he even, when they met then on that Raw, and he offered his, like he nodded to him. I was like, okay, this was it. I did like Michael Cole stepping in, like when he held his foot and like that. I was like, okay, this is cool. But other than that, poor McAfee got his ass kicked.
I was thinking, McAfee's gonna go on vacation after this, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. But then he was right back. So I'm thinking like Rick, like what was the point of this?
Yeah, especially because sometimes they do things like this. Like we've all been watching wrestling for forever. Sometimes they do things like this when like the audience really fucking hates the announcer, and they want to see him get his ass kicked. But I don't agree with them. But these guys love Pat McAfee. They cheer this fucking guy like crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
Suppose like they don't want to see him get beat up. Like, and it's not leading to anything. He's not going on a break. Like, what was the point of all of this?
You don't like Pat?
I don't hate him, but like these people love his ass.
Yeah.
Like you hear these cheers are crazy for Pat McAfee. I think he's perfectly fine. I don't mind him. I think when he first came on, I didn't like him because I was like, why is he here? I was like, who is this guy? Where's Mauro Ranallo? I wasn't the biggest fan of him when he first came, but he stuck around and he earned my respect as a commentator and whatnot. So I don't hate him or anything like that now.
I like the back and forth with him and Cole.
Yeah,
I think now where they are, they really play off of each other well.
Yeah, I don't mind him anymore, or anything like that. But these people, they love Pat McAfee. Like, it blows my mind every time when like he like gets in the middle of the ring and the arena starts going crazy. Like, man, what does Pat McAfee do to these people? Why do they like him so much? It's crazy.
Do you listen to his podcast?
Sometimes, like when he has a good guest and like the guest says some crazy shit, I'll watch it. Like I remember he had Aaron Rodgers on not that long ago, and Aaron Rodgers was saying some crazy stuff.
I just know that's super popular though too. So I don't know.
It is, yeah. His show is huge.
That kind of rolls into everything.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how he finds that balance. I don't know how he finds the balance.
He's got like a regular Joe kind of quality about him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have. Yeah, I mean, he is a star, but he doesn't act like a star.
Yeah. And you know what? Now that we mentioned it, there was one other thing I thought was going to happen. I thought maybe this is going to propel those McAfee boys to become wrestlers within the company or something. But that didn't happen either.
No.
I was like, okay, then like I don't know what's happening. Like I don't know why.
Yeah. It was just kind of quick. I don't know. I mean, because the whole Gunther thing happening and it just like kind of okay, there it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like I said, it was nice to see Michael Cole get involved. I do like them both, but I'll be completely honest. I do not like that SmackDown guy. He seems too. What's his name? I don't even remember his name.
Wade or the other guy? Joe.
No, the other guy.
Joe.
He seems too much of a real sports commentator to me.
That's because he is.
I know he is, but
Joe
like
Tessitore, right?
Yeah. Yes. There's a difference here with our WWE, right? Like this is what we grew up on. Like you're supposed to say if they're injured or like that.
Yeah.
And this dude has too many stats and way too normal for me.
He's the straight man.
Yeah.
I just
find it weird.
I just think he's all right. I just think his voice is just a bit too monotone when he's just like talking. I feel like he should like maybe just raise his voice more, maybe make it seem a bit more exciting. That's the only reason why I don't like him. And even with Pat, I liked him at first, but now I'm kind of like weaning off him. But I wish Gunther squashed his ass. That would have been great.
Mm.
You know, you take what you can get. Gunther seems he did something to Triple H. I don't know what, but he's punishing. He's getting punished for it, bro. I don't know what's going on. Save my boy Gunther, bro.
Yeah. Was there a favorite match for you, Hound, of Backlash?
I don't. I mean, like I feel like Backlash was like a really good Raw. It did not feel like a pay-per-view at all. It was just a really good episode of Raw.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it felt like. It felt like a really good weekday show. It didn't feel like a pay-per-view at all to me.
Yeah, Ray Penta was fun. Randy Cena was fun.
Dominic and Penta, not Ray.
What?
I said Dominic and Penta, not Ray. You said Ray and Penta.
Oh,
you said the deadbeat dad and
Penta and Dom. My bad. I just said Penta and Eddie because you know Dom's
I can't get enough of Dom, and I just love him, and I love that everybody loves him right now. I don't care how he keeps winning or what it is. I mean, the boy can wrestle, he can sell it, and it's great. So I'm down with him. Continue to be champ. I know we have their story like evolving right now, like especially last night when he was brought the chicken nuggies.
Yeah.
And now we got Liv coming back. Like, it is the stupidest thing, and I'm like, this is the biggest telenovela ever. Like, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Like,
and
how is Liv gonna come back?
And it makes you wonder, like what are they gonna go with? Like, you remember when Tiffany Stratton was like playing like she wasn't gonna go for who had the belt? Nia?
Against Nia.
Yeah. She wasn't gonna go for Nia, and she was playing like, oh, Dominic's mine next, and Dominic did that face. Like, I love the fact that this guy's just every woman fights over this ridiculous dude.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, Dom's game is unmatched. Like Roxanne,
it's so
Mommy, like what are you doing?
You know what? I do like the Roxanne and the Carlito right now. If you catch like you gotta watch the background, and Carlito's throwing all these comments in, and you really gotta catch it, and I freaking love it. Like, what was the last thing he asked her to dinner? He said something like, "Are we still going to dinner?" Like, he whispered in the background, and I was like, "Yes,"
because they make it like he has a crush on her or something.
Yes,
she's not interested.
Yeah,
but then
I love it.
Last night, or what today's one? I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah.
Monday night. She kept like. Roxanne gave him the gift of apples or whatever, and she knocked it out of his hand.
Yeah, that was great. I was like, okay, this is cool. So do you think, like, with all this and going on with Finn, do you think it's going to turn, he's going to turn on them? Do you think it's going to work up to people are talking a new faction with Finn? Do you think this is going to play out somewhere or no?
I want Demon Finn back, bro.
Yeah, that would be cool, but I just wonder if he really is going to turn on Dom and like that, go for the belts, or could he
Finn
be
and JD together?
You like what?
I like Finn and JD together.
I've always liked that.
Yeah,
yes.
I like them as a team.
Yeah, JD, like, seeing him wrestle again, dude. That dude can just sell anything.
Yeah,
and he makes it look. He makes somebody else always look so good.
Yeah,
he really does. And I still can't believe that he was out for that long and he's already back with the punctured lung and the ribs and everything like that. That is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That is such dedication. It really is. Yeah.
Speaking of injuries, did you see Monday night? Gosh, what's her name? Hound got injured.
Zoe Starks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was ugly.
That was absolutely disgusting. She has no business doing a move like that. When I seen her do it, I was like, "What she do? She does this all the time." Like, that's terrible.
I don't know. Unfortunately, to me, I feel she botches way too much, and I feel like it never gets called out. Mm-hmm. But you see it all the time that she messes up a lot. They're really trying to go back and dance with her, and they always have to fix something. And I'm always catching that. And I always told my honey, but even past all that, oh my God, dude, her leg was in a different direction. Yeah. It made me like almost get sick, dude. That was bad. Now, respectfully, again, I love the way that the time that we have right now, because they literally stopped and the doctor jumped in. You know,
Yeah.
back in the day, we wouldn't have that. You guys hurry up, keep wrestling, push her to the ground.
Yeah, we hear all those stories about like, oh, dude, I was knocked out in the ring.
Yes.
I hear, like, I didn't know what was happening, like, or I wrestled with a broken neck. Like, you hear it all the time, but
Yeah.
thankfully it doesn't happen anymore.
And I'm so glad because I don't know how
Well,
much you guys watched of it,
hold
but
on.
that
I mean,
poor girl. What happened?
when JD got injured, he got back in the ring.
He did. They didn't know it was that serious.
Yeah,
Oh my god, dude! there's a TikTok that I'm gonna have to find again. I'll have to send it to you guys. Did you see when Dom talked about that? Oh, it was fucking hilarious. He was on some talk show, not one of the wrestling ones that we all know or you see. It was a different one. And they asked him, hey, bro, like, do you have any words about that? Can you talk? And Dom literally said, shit, I fucked up. He said it just like that. And they're like, oh, what happened? They said that JD kept telling him, dude, I'm hurt. I need to go on. And he said, hearing that, I didn't know. He said, I honestly didn't know. So I'm trying to give this dude like, oh, come on, we're almost done. We got this. And he said he kept looking and that Dom set up a move and he looked over at him and he shook his head and he's like, what the fuck, man? And then he said, I did the 619 to, who was it? The War Raiders. What's his name?
Yeah.
The big one.
Ivar.
Ivar, yeah.
Ivar, yeah. And he goes, I hit him with that. And what? The 619 supposed to take out his fat ass? Nobody's going to believe that. I was laughing. He's like, so then I look at JD and JD's like, and he goes, and he goes, dude, do your spot. And he goes, and he did it. And he goes, dude, I felt so bad because I go to him after he hit that. And I said, hey, man, good job. Like, what's wrong? And he goes, literally, he said, thanks. Like, and then he was like, oh, shit, he's fucked up. And then he said, they ended the match and he went to the back and he talked about him collapsing. And he says, I'm so sorry. He's like, I will never forgive myself, but I'm going to have to listen more. Because he said, I really didn't know he was hurt that bad. He's on, here's my stupid ass telling him, come on, do your move. Do what we did. Yeah.
He's one of the few people that I've never seen him break kayfabe. Like, he goes on these interviews and they ask him questions and he stays in character the whole time. They'll go like, yeah, man, we know what's going on with your dad, but like, how was it being raised by him? I don't know. He's a fucking deadbeat.
Yes.
I'm like, what the hell? You on ESPN? Are you doing this right now? Like, he still keeps it up, even in other languages. You'll be interviewed in Spanish, and they'll go like, he's a worthless father in Spanish. Like, well, what's happening right now?
Yeah, I'll just end you because that one was great. Because for like you're saying exactly. So the first time he talked about it, because it was such a mistake, he said, and he said, I legit felt bad. He's like, I stayed with him at the hospital and everything, and and the funniest part though, the 619 supposed to take care of that fat ass. Nobody's gonna believe that. I was laughing.
He says mean ass shit about people all the time. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So that was funny, but yeah, he, so when they were wrestling and he's back right now, I did like that camaraderie of him and Finn all the time. Yeah. So, I think they would make a great tag team champions, the two of them. That would really work.
Yeah, again.
Yes, yeah. Like, they need to bring it back. I don't know why they pulled it from them, but they were cool. But yeah, so we have the Judgment Day going with all their shenanigans. Liv's supposed to be back. I really thought she was shooting Spider-Man. I guess it was just some Japanese movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it too. I want to check it out, see what role, because like Seth's got cut from Captain America.
Dude, that broke my heart when that happened, man.
Yeah.
I know, and I feel that he got robbed. Did you guys see Captain America?
Yeah.
Not yet, no.
Okay, so Seth was supposed to be in it, and he was supposed to be a character. Ends up, they said that he was cut. He ended up on the cutting room floor. It sucks because he had this big fight scene and everything. Then when I watched it, Sam fights this guy who you can't tell me was doing wrestling moves when he fought him. It was at the very beginning of the movie.
Oh, yeah. When he's fighting
the bigger guy. Yeah, he gives him a slam and everything. And I was like,
yeah.
Bro, don't tell me that they took out Seth and put in this dude because he was doing wrestling moves. Like, you would totally see Seth in that part. And I was like, oh, man, that would really suck.
Well, see, Was he
year of
supposed to be
wrestling
a
for this.
Serpent Society
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like a fair amount of the Serpent Society like cast for that film,
Yeah.
and it was just completely taken out. I was so happy for him when it happened. I was like, dude, hell yeah. He took a
Yeah,
whole year off for it.
That's what I was saying. And so,
Sucks.
did you see Captain America? Do you know what part I'm talking about? It's
Yeah.
at the very beginning.
Yeah,
I'm
and you know, you're not wrong, because I remember vividly that they said like, well, the movie's supposed to open up with him taking on the Serpent Society. It was supposed to be like how in Age of Ultron they take down Baron Strucker and everybody.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like that type of moment for the beginning of that film. So it really does suck that they took that away. I was so mad at first when they said it was cut. I was like, that's bullshit. I bet you it wasn't cut. Like I heard that they were such an integral part of it, like that opening set up so much in the original cut or whatever. I was like, nah, they didn't cut him. And then it came closer and closer, and then I saw Seth talk about like, yeah, they said that I'm not going to be in the film, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, this is terrible. Poor Seth took off a whole year of who knows what he could have done in the business to just be scrapped. That sucks, man.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sucks.
part of me, like I liked it. I think the movie's all right. I don't think it's bad. But part of me is glad that he's not in it, because then he always has the opportunity to come back as like a different character, and or hopefully with a role that's like, you know, much meatier or something. Because I didn't like how the Serpent Society was like really portrayed in the movie. It just seemed like some sort of like military group instead of just like them wearing like snake costumes and shit. So.
Yeah, and that's what they ended up changing it to.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I'm also with Rick as far as he took a lot of time off. You know,
Yeah, that really
it's
sucks.
like I feel like this Liv. So we're gonna watch this Liv. It's a Japanese movie that she did, and I feel like they're gonna cut to her and she's gonna do her laugh, and then like it's gonna be that's it, right? It's like,
my heart always goes out to a fellow unofficial Mexican. Well, I'm Mexican, but Seth Rollins, unofficial Mexican. I was so happy for him when he got that role.
Yeah.
It was taken
Wait,
away from him.
I thought he was Mexican.
Well, he was raised since he was a little kid by his mom's boyfriend, who was Mexican. So he's only known being raised as a Mexican, and to him, that's his father. So like,
correct.
He knows Spanish, and like his family's all Mexican because his mom married that man and whatnot. So that's why I said unofficial Mexican, because he knows Spanish and he was raised like a Mexican person, but he's obviously.
Well, he's like Armenian, isn't he, or something like that?
Yeah, he's like Armenian and white, I believe, like officially, and he was.
But I knew that too.
Yeah,
he's officially down with the barrio.
Yeah, so I've always had a big soft spot for Seth Rollins after I found out, like, oh yeah, man, like I was raised by a Mexican family, like, so just to me, like that's all I know.
Yeah, he says it all the time.
Yeah.
Even he took on the last name.
Yeah,
his real last name still is.
He took his stepdad's last name.
Correct.
Because he raised Seth since he was like 2 years old. So he's like, that's my dad. I don't know anybody else.
Exactly. It's one of the situations he doesn't say stepdad.
Yeah,
it's straight. No, that's my dad. Yeah. Which is cool. And speaking of Seth too, he's going to be on Saturday night's main event because they've been doing stuff with their little faction. I really feel like they're missing somebody, and I've tried to fill it right, but I don't know who to fill it with. Who do you think I know what it is. Third? Oh, you do? What? Who?
I think homeboy Sami Zayn is going to turn on everybody.
No.
He's going to turn and go for it?
Yeah.
Really?
Because they tried to build it before, when the faction started. So I thought like, he's going to do it. He's going to flip and he's going to.
Do you think it will happen at Saturday against Punk?
That'd be crazy if it did. That'd be crazy. But I think he's going to turn because it's like I don't see anybody being set up. So all I have in my mind is somebody's going to turn over there, and to me, it's probably Sami.
I gotta admit, I never would have guessed in 100 years that Braun was going to be brought out of his guy.
No, never.
I honestly didn't. So that was a big surprise. So I feel like
that is
third.
True. That is true.
If they were to shock us, exactly.
Yeah.
If they were to shock us again, that would be crazy. That really would. But I do feel like we're missing something because we keep seeing CM Punk, Sami, and Jay right now, right?
Yep.
Like those three, but that's it. So Saturday night's main event is going to be Seth and Braun against CM Punk and Sami. So which should really that should turn out really good.
Like Jay has his feet in two different situations.
He does. Yeah.
With Gunther and Logan Paul. That's the singles situation. And then this thing, with Seth and Braun and whatever.
Yeah. which he's fighting Logan on Saturday, right? Jay is.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Saturday night's main event, he'll be fighting Logan Paul, which I don't know if you guys saw Monday, but I felt his mic skills were a lot better on Monday night. He was really handling himself good, and then it kind of went too long, and then he went back to that regular spot, which I'm sure all that beginning was probably scripted, and he nailed it. And then when it went too long, he went back to his repeating and everything. So if we got to have a script guy for Logan, I'm down with it, because I thought he nailed it. He came off with the approach. I was like, oh shit, okay. He definitely has somebody working with him. You can tell. But then it went too long, and then he just started doing the repeat thing again.
Yeah,
but
I think they have to stop doing things like that. Like when somebody's not great on the mic, like don't let them go too long. Like you remember, like Tiffany has had those problems sometimes too. Even though I love what I see from Tiffany Stratton, sometimes she has problems on the mic, and I'm like, don't let her go too long. Like if it's not her strong suit, don't drag it out. Same with Logan. Like just keep it shorter, and it'll be more impactful that way. Don't drag it out and make it be some long thing where he ends up getting lost and just repeating what he said in the beginning in a different way. Like I don't.
And that's what I felt about Monday. Like I said, you could tell it was scripted, but there should have been that cutoff.
Yeah.
But I don't think Gunther's that well either.
No,
ask you guys a question.
Gunther cooks, bro. Come on.
I got a question for all three of you.
What?
So, I'm not feeling Seth Rollins and Heyman together. I don't think at this point in his career, like Rollins needs Heyman. But I feel it. Do you think Heyman would have been more effective with Gunther?
No, Gunther doesn't need anyone besides Ludwig and Giovanni.
He talks, but it's like
he doesn't talk
again.
well.
Like what Ernie was saying, like you don't want him talking too much.
I think Gunther kind of awesome. I think he's like on the mic. He's really good. At least to me. Like I think.
I don't think so. I always question all the time.
Yeah.
I always say it. I know the past, like, the other ones and the people in the chat and everything, you guys were really coming for me. I still really don't see why everybody loves Gunther. I don't. I know. I'm sorry, but I don't. But especially though, Grumps, when he's on the mic, and I do feel like you have a point, because I feel like if Gunther were to start talking and Heyman were to come in and take over, I do feel like that would play better. Right? If Heyman came, hey champ, I got this. And let me take over for
elevate him.
Yeah. But you're right, because like then with his exchange with Logan, that's been it. So he was saying the same thing that he said to Jay just a couple weeks ago. You're gonna regret it, and I was like, dude, he's going off of his Jay script right now.
Yeah, and you know what? That reason I think is why he hit the ceiling. Like, what can you do now when you're not good on that mic like that? Like, I mean, yeah, he's a perfectly good in-ring performer, but there's only so much that can do for you. I mean, we've seen it for decades where people are just incredible in the ring, but they don't have that personality. So that push stops at a certain point. You stop at that intercontinental level, and they don't push you any further, or you had the belt for a little bit and then you don't ever get it back. I think maybe he would have been better with Paul, and maybe he's a third guy. That'd be interesting. He's a third guy.
That would be crazy. You're right.
Crazy.
That would.
I mean, he doesn't fuck with Jay anyways.
Yeah.
So there's an opening there. That'd be interesting.
I can see Logan being the third guy.
I think I prefer Gunther because he needs it.
I just don't see Seth and Logan meshing well.
Yeah.
You really got to show Seth his respect and know that he is the top guy, right? And unfortunately, Logan keeps making those mistakes of always wanting to talk or do something over that, I do like Logan as he's performing. He's really been showing himself since he came. Like I said, last night's mic, if that was scripted, he still nailed it, but then he should stop right there. But I do feel he still has a lot to learn as far as who you show respect to and let take over that mic, or who I feel like if him and Seth were going at it, he would keep trying to top Seth for right now. Yeah, and I don't think that's his place to go ahead and do that. So I don't
And-
think that would mesh well.
And you know, we you know, it's funny. We've had things like that before, where very obviously people just they don't know that, you know, there's a time to not do things like that and not compete. You know,
Yes.
like the need
Yes.
to have the last word or to
Yes.
have like the quip over somebody, like sometimes, like, and it derails him. It derails him pretty bad sometimes. Like, dude,
Mm.
you don't need to do this right now. This whole,
Yeah.
you know, upping each
Yeah,
other. Like, you know.
Yeah, you're not on YouTube.
Exactly. I was gonna say this isn't Hollywood. This isn't YouTube. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to do that to like
So-
to get over, you know, or whatever it may be.
Speaking of that, we can stay on the same subject. Is he is supposed to have this match? I mean, it was a surprise when he took the US belt,
Mhm.
you know, for the first time, and I was really shocked. Like, wow. Do you feel this match is like, why are we doing this? Like, there's no way they'd give it to Jay, or do you? I mean, they would take it from Jay, or do you feel that, wow, this could be a really stir up, and yes, give it to Logan, or no, there's no way that's going to happen?
Jay's got to beat somebody to solidify his, his run,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's
And
so
Logan
big.
is the guy. And Logan has to be put on a, I guess, main event world title match stage, to, I guess, see what he's got or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
I gotta
think that's-
admit, he you know, he practices and he really tries the craft. So we'll have to see how this turns out.
yeah.
But I just wonder if that would be a shock or not, you know.
Yeah, I think we're definitely at that point with Jay where like I don't think he's bound to lose anytime soon. So like
Okay.
any matchup he has right now, it's kind of like like he's not going to lose this right now. It almost makes me wonder if that's why they're doing this whole Team Heyman Uso thing, just because like it's something for them to do where like even if Jay and them lose, like he wouldn't lose the belt kind of deal. And why
Okay.
there's two things going on at once. Like he can
Yeah.
beat whoever on his own in a single. And like if he loses in this 3v3 that they eventually have, it's not the end of the world because he didn't lose the belt and he's still winning solos or whatever it may be. He's not losing
You
the
know
belt.
what, Rick? I was thinking about that similar thing earlier, and I felt like I think they're doing part of this with Punk, Sammy, Rollins, and Breaker
Mhm.
to get Braun Breaker in with the big guys.
Yeah, that's another
To-
really good point. Yeah.
So this
for
is his
them to-
automatic in.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
for
like that
them
push for
to
him in the
teach him
upper
a little
card.
bit, to
Yeah.
put him on that stage, and now you're swimming with the big boys. You're not,
Yeah.
in the middle of the card or whatever
That's a good point.
with the
Yeah.
veterans.
Yeah,
I could see
makes
that.
a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that. That is.
I mean, eventually he's going to be the guy, right? Good or bad, he's
Yeah.
going to be
He's a
one of the
freaking
top
force.
guys.
He is.
So.
He is. He would have to. But then at the same time, we have that going on in that match, and there's still CM Punk and Hound. I know that's your favorite. Do you
Yeah.
feel like Punk Hound is stuck right now? Like he should be doing something else, or are you still in it for this going after Seth?
I think he should be done with Seth for now. I think, like, I really hope Sammy doesn't turn heel on him, and I need a Sammy face world title run before that happens. But I think Punk is kind of like he's here because they don't know what else to do with him. They don't know what, or maybe they're just saving him for now until like he's got to have that match with Cena, whether it's at Money in the Bank or at SummerSlam. I think that's Punk's next thing
Is to go against Cena?
Yeah, for the title. I think he's in a holdover period right now, and then eventually when it's time, they'll like just pluck him there and throw him to Cena at whatever pay-per-view. So,
But you know something, Hound? Like, Punk is a guy that is going to sell tickets without the belt.
Yeah, he doesn't need it.
He doesn't need the belt.
No.
And
unfortunately,
with the
I
position
think you're
he's
right.
in, I think they can do so many things with him. Like, they could always go back to Drew. I mean, Drew's on the other show. You could always go back to that because that was money. The thing, he has like heat with so many, Roman or like Cena, like you said, or And you could revisit this Cody thing once Cody gets the belt back or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of different directions to go with, huh?
So
Yeah.
you don't feel he's just done. Let's go ahead and keep using him in these spots.
I don't think so. I think this is
I-
a good spot for him. You know, he can kind of coast. You know, he's in his late 40s, not a young guy anymore, so he can
Yeah.
still be at top, or you know, on the top
Uh-huh.
of the card, but coast a little bit. You know, it doesn't.
Yeah. And I don't think because the CM Punk we knew when he was in the Fed before is not the one that we know now. And I don't think that he's doing what he used to do backstage where he's like, dude, I want that belt. Where when is it going to be me that gets that belt? And I don't think that's happening much anymore. Like you said,
I
this
don't
dude's
think
in his
so
40s. I
either.
don't think he's begging for that belt. And I don't
Yeah.
think he needs it either.
Yeah, I just want that match just so we can have, because I mean we got Randy and Cena again, which is like a big rivalry, and I think we also need to get Punk and Cena again, because that is, at least from my childhood, that was like, like the big thing, the big rivalry from when I was a little kid. So like I don't need Punk to win. If he wins, I'll be happy, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just want to see that match and that feud one more time before Cena goes away. I need it. Because the last match they had, technically it was Elimination Chamber, but also I think before that was like the Raw, and like before WrestleMania 29 when he hit the power driver on Cena. Cena hit the Hurricane Rana. That was like one of the best matches on Raw since. So I needed to lock it up one more time.
All right.
Look it up.
So you're cool with him going through all this and everything.
Yeah.
It's fun, basically. And Grumps, that was a great point. You could put him anywhere, and it's going to make money, right? It's going to it's going to be a
I
hit.
think
Did you hear that pop he got on Raw, dude? Like
they
I was
sang
gonna
a
say-
song, bro.
He gets more pops than people that have belts. Like
That was
He doesn't
badass that
need
they
it, like-
continued it that long. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you could see the grin on his face, which I love.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah,
ooh,
the
they're going for it.
the landscape of wrestling has so dramatically changed
yes.
to when he
Yeah.
had it before. Like having the belt is not always the end of the world. Like him and Penta get the biggest pops, and they don't have belts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they don't even look like they're on their way to a belt. Like, and they still
Yeah.
get incredible pops. It's just not what it was before.
No,
where
but
like where that it means that you're the most over person to have that belt. Like it
Right.
just doesn't mean that anymore. And
So
especially
maybe
somebody
you're-
at that age.
it's so funny, like the difference, and I don't. I'm sure you don't want to do this, but AEW, WWE, like Penta seems like a star. Like they promote
Yeah.
him like a star.
Well, I
Like
mean,
this-
Penta and AEW was specifically a tag team. He had a little
Yeah.
bit of a singles one, but he was mainly used as a tag team with his.
And
buddy.
they weren't on every week, and
Yeah.
they were in
And
the tag team.
they were
scene.
tag team champions. They were on most of the time.
Wow, they had a run, and then that was it. Like
Yeah.
raid.
I do like where he
whatever.
is, and you're right. He gets a big pop as well, too. Let's see where he goes with it. Probably a belt at SummerSlam, maybe.
I could see him maybe defeating Dom again for a title.
Oh
Or
no, I don't want
maybe-
that to happen. We need Dom to
Yeah.
stick around until next WrestleMania. Like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
keep
yeah.
building. Let's keep building Dom up and get him like an actually story of maybe a couple people after him, maybe some switches. I would love it, and like just this big WrestleMania event with Dom for his belt.
Well, don't forget, like his dad, his deadbeat dad is out with injury, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, he's got to come back, and
Yeah.
maybe that'll be a thing. Who knows?
That
so,
could be the big one, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I do think we like Hound said. You mean Eddie? I still
Yeah.
think the only thing missing that he hasn't done is he does need to come out in a lowrider.
Yeah.
Like, the moment that
that's what
Dom
it
comes
is,
out in
too.
the lowrider, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like,
That's
I-
what
I'm-
he's
I was
going to do.
I was hoping that would be Mania.
I know. I felt like that was what
Yes,
was missing.
good point.
Like,
Yeah.
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 I think he will have it. Like you can't, like he has to have it one day. Like maybe like it'll probably be at WrestleMania 42. But
Did you see the behind the scenes on that Mania, which I thought was great, when he ran away and he was told to run back?
oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was told to run away with it because they really thought it was going to get booed. So okay, we know they're on the fence, but they're probably going to hit you with the boo. So you got it, run to the back and move on. So as he won, he did his one pose, and they went crazy, and he took off like he was supposed to, and he said the cameraman signaled for him to go back. That Triple H said go back, and that's where you see him turn around, and he went back and was like, you see it on his face, and everybody just going crazy. And from that point, it's now been different. So yeah, our fandom now plays a lot to it, and now would God, that's just so awesome. So
and it was funny. It was funny. I think all of us kind of thought like, oh, they're gonna turn him into a babyface. No, but the fans love him like he's a fucking babyface. It's crazy. They don't care.
It's the best thing ever.
It's amazing.
He would still get booed and cheered at the same fucking time.
That's crazy.
I love it.
I love it, man.
Yeah. What's up, Felipe? He said they need to make Dom and Paul a tag team. God, man, imagine if Dom carried 2 belts. Woo.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. But yeah, okay, so you feel, Hound, that okay, let's have Cena wrestle CM Punk. That should be revisited.
Yeah, because I think at the next pay-per-view I've seen some, the streets are saying that that Travis Scott is gonna be at Money in the Bank in a tag match. I don't want that, bro.
It's not Bad Bunny beating his ass. I have no interest.
Yeah. Bad Bunny was good.
Dude,
he trained. He was there. He turned it around. He got a huge
spot. Maybe it'll be a good match. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he's probably training, but
I just don't see Travis Scott getting there. This skinny ass.
Dude couldn't even
listen to Bad Bunny music, but he wrestled fine.
Yes, he did. It was great. Match. Like you saw what's his name, like proud of him. He was so proud. Yeah. Yes, he was so fucking proud that night.
Yeah, he was whipping out Canadian.
Yeah, he said, let's do this. Yeah. So are you guys surprised then that, CM Punk happens, that the whole R-Truth and John is happening on Saturday?
Capital Punishment rematch, baby. Let's go. 12 years in the making.
And it's just like R-Truth cracks me up. Like,
he makes everybody break, and it's the best.
He still made John break that night, and John still put him in a table.
I'll never forget. I could see behind your tricks, Tommaso Ciampa, like all of that stuff. Where Triple H?
Oh my God!
He just said.
I feel like this should have been a match on Raw. Like, I don't get why this is going to be on a pay-per-view, a special event. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm
really,
sure.
And I'm happy for Truth.
Saturday night main event. That's okay. That's okay.
Because I feel like it is going to be funny.
Yeah, pushing a pay-per-view is a little far, but like for Saturday night main event, why not?
Yeah, I feel like it is going to be funny, and I want to see exactly how well John holds it together. Of like you said, not breaking, because he's going to do some crazy shit. Yeah. He really is. So.
Yeah, he tries to make everyone break, and it always works. I mean, he's made Undertaker break. He made the Triple H break. Like he gets everyone to break. It's the best.
Let me ask you guys a question. Now that we're on this subject, how do you guys feel about this heel John Cena?
Oh my God, my honey hates it.
I am not sold on heel John Cena.
I don't hate it, but I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on it.
I don't hate it either.
Me?
Yeah. What about you?
I hate it. I feel like they butchered it from the start. It feels like with what Rocky said on the Pat McAfee show. Granted, that's one point of view, as Obi-Wan would say. So who knows what really happened? But I feel like if they really I feel like a John Cena turn. I'm glad it did happen, but I feel like if they left it in the oven and cooked a bit more, and maybe had him, do the heel turn at Mania against Cody in the match, I feel like that would have been a much bigger moment. And I just don't like Cena being like, "You people, I'm a bad guy because of you people." That's lazy. Well, what are you doing, John? You're better than that. He's cut better. Like his match, his second promo battle they had with Randy, where he was like, "Fine speech, kid," and then he was talking like in a normal voice, and he wasn't and he was just talking directly to Randy, being like, "I'm gonna get rid of your legacy. I'm gonna make sure your legacy gets erased and shit." Like that was good, but it just seems like he's just whining and he's gonna ruin wrestling. What is this? This could have been so much better. I'm not a fan of it. I feel like turn him face as soon as possible. Hopefully, at this pay per view gets turned at or event, they just turn him face already. I feel like they should cut their losses and just go back to the status quo. Cena, you did the heel turn, you fucked it up. It's done. Let's
You
go
know
back.
what, Harold? I feel like he's not fully that. I feel like everybody's not fully committed to this
Yeah, he's definitely not
because
fully
he
committed.
still comes out and he looks with the jorts and
Yeah,
God knows what sneakers he has. It's not even
Yeah.
dad sneakers. I don't know. They're like some fly knit bootleg whatever, and
Yeah.
it's just
they gotta sell merch.
I wanted it Ernie for like the longest time, like everybody did, but
Yeah.
this is not. They're not selling it to me,
So
Uh,
Corinne hates it, and she calls out
Okay.
exactly what you're saying. She says you could see it in John that he hates it too.
yeah.
Like, so what are they going to do? And I really didn't think it was going to go this long. You know what I thought would have been a better idea is you've announced that this is his last, that
Yeah.
he's retiring. We have him for a year. Okay, he won the belt. You know what would have been a lot funner is if we went through a couple weeks at a time of all his personas. So, okay, he got this heel turn, and yes, it should have happened at WrestleMania. That shocked everybody, right? And it went for a couple weeks, and then I think we should have had Thugonomics just show up one
Yeah.
week after that. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
we're going through John's legacy here. If we're going to give him the belt and this is his last, let's have some fun with it. Let's play it up.
And I hate to sound like Twitter right now because I think that those people are really stupid. Like, if you go on Twitter, they think that Jey Uso's awful. They think that he's like fucking garbage and that he shouldn't have the belt. Like, they don't know what they're talking about over there. But one thing that I will say, as much as I love him, he's my childhood hero. I literally still own the T-shirt I wore in 1997 of this man. I think The Rock fucked everything up. And I think that this story with Cena turning heel and everything was supposed to be a lot bigger. And I think that The Rock was supposed to be really heavily involved and that maybe it would end in like a clash of, the quote unquote final boss that he likes to call himself for anything. And when it was very obvious that Martin Scorsese and all these other film companies were not going to let him wrestle, that they should have called an audible and not done it. They should have just been like, all right, man, let's not do this because it's obviously not working out how they wanted. They're still cheering this guy like crazy. So having him be heel is almost pointless. It's not working out well.
Does Cody not being around kill the story a little bit?
Yeah,
Cody's not around. Like, so what is all of this?
What was all that? Yeah,
what is it for? Like,
and that's what I'm saying. The best play was if you went through all of his personas right now. Like, okay, you know what? He was big. He was huge. He's been here forever. They're just giving him a send off. Let's go ahead and play with it. That would have been so much better. He went heel. Oh my God, we showed Thugonomics. Like, I would even enjoy if all of a sudden he lost the belt and then he was like a tag team partner and won the tag team championships, won Raw, and they lose it the next week. Like, if he just went through all this stuff on a journey to the end and said thank you at the end, I feel like that would have worked so much more. Because I feel that my honey is right, and you can just see it in his face, like it's not working. It's not. He wants to. Like, Felipe makes a great point. And I don't know if you guys. So the channel that I watched it on, it does stay on and show the after. It doesn't kill it.
Oh, okay.
And they all started. So Felipe says, I agreed. When he got the pop at the end of Backlash, he looked like he wanted to break heel character. He did cry. All of a sudden, it Backlash cut. He's still doing his slow walk out, and everybody started the thank you Cena. Nobody was booing. Nobody was onto it. It was literally like 2 minutes of thank you Cena, and he jumped down, and when he turned, you could see he was crying, and he had to bring himself back. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I always tell
they didn't commit to it like they did with Hogan. Like, Hogan went full black and whatever.
And me and my honey always say, as soon as he walks back there with Triple H, she's always like, I hate this. Let's do something else.
You don't get it,
Bro, they're
brother.
still trying to sell T-shirts and championship belts as Cena's last whatever every town they go to, and it's like,
it's a different
you
shirt.
guys are not committed to this. If you were committed to this, he would come out there and a suit or a blazer and
Exactly.
just
And it feels
Yeah.
like they want to walk it back, because we had that moment with Cena at Backlash where he was staring at the ring like, what the fuck am I doing?
yeah.
And it was purposeful because the camera stayed on him. It wasn't like it was Cena actually contemplating. It was almost like maybe we might change. Maybe we'll go back.
He said he was a good move to the press conference when R-Truth made him pissed again. And dude, what if the Saturday Night's main event with him and R-Truth does that?
Please.
R-Truth is the one to bring him back from the heel.
Yeah,
Please.
because it's not working. Like, in
Yeah, do you get what I'm
in
saying?
every
Like,
way, it's not working. in
You're
every
my
single way.
hero. You're all their heroes.
Yeah.
What if John's beating the shit out of him and R-Truth is just there like, go ahead. You'll always be my hero. And this is what turns John back.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe you're right. Like, I'd go for it.
They should flip the switch, because it's not working in any way. It's not working. Very, very
Yeah.
obviously, it's not working. Like, you might as well just switch it and have some fun with this guy's last run, because so far this run has been like needlessly depressing.
I get where you can hear it from Triple H perspective of the crowd. You know, Cena sucks going back and forth. But right now, they're doing that for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody gets their song sung. And I mean that respectfully. It's not like it's just a thing.
Yeah.
But
well, Ernie, I felt like after the most recent European tour, the pressure was on the American crowd. So to get it together, like, you guys are fucking lame.
Yeah.
You guys got to step it up. That
I loved it. Yeah. So when they're like, they kept CM Punk song on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are doing that. But for Cena's, like we're all saying, I don't think it means anything. And I wish Triple H would see that, you know. Right now it's a play of the crowd. It's really not about Cena. Because I don't see anybody complaining, like you said, if they flip the switch right away on Cena. I don't see the internet blowing up of, oh, why did you do that? I see it as okay, finally. What are we going to do now? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not as fun. You don't get his interactions with Stu. Like, it's just kind of like, man, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, there's no Rock here. This whole thing that you wanted to set up is not going to happen, because, like, anybody in the industry has been told, like, they're not letting him go back on WWE. They're not letting him back in a ring. I mean, Cody Rhodes just had his orbital.
A good point. Yeah.
Real Cena, total Diva Cena. It is.
Where are you, Machu?
You gonna put a coaster on that? Yeah, Machu, you guys still on, or what's going on? You gonna put a coaster on that?
Your dog bit me. You have to put down that dog.
Dude, that's true heel Cena. Yeah. The shit he would do on Total Divas. Hey, babe, I made you dinner, and you're just not gonna clean any of this up, or he just starts wiping down the counter. That's the fucking best.
The only one who really believes his heel is Brie, right?
Yeah.
He's like, he's an asshole. I can see that asshole.
You know, here we have a rule about family dinner. You don't come wearing sandals and shorts to family dinner.
That's a good point, Felipe. Yeah,
Yeah, Cena's like Cap turning Hydra. It will never work.
I don't want to say it would never work in this, but they
like I'm saying, if we had this gimmick and we went back, okay.
Yeah,
like seriously,
you can't trot them out there in the same gimmick with the shorts.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
this
gimmick,
do that.
This gimmick, if it had been like what we all thought it was going to be, where he was going to start coming out with suits with The Rock, and like eventually they would lead to a big feud. That sounds much different and much cooler than what's happening right now. But he's just dressed like he's always dressed
and I think The Rock being absent plays a huge part in it.
Yeah,
because what was the point? You signaled to him. Something was supposed to be happening. Correct. And now you're just not here?
Yeah.
What the fuck? So what is this for?
Yeah. And then you should have just called it all off, man. You should have just called it all off and made it seem like it was a Cena okie doke and that he really wasn't siding or whatever, because now there's nothing. Now he's just miserable all the time. He comes out everybody cheering him and he has that frown on his face. This is not good.
Meanwhile he's wearing a fucking hat and the whole gear and the armbands. And
just
still taking off the shirt the same way. He shouldn't even be doing that.
He should have came out in the blazer and whatever, and then wrestle in tights when he was the prototype. And
See, that's what I'm saying. If we started revisiting gimmicks, God, it would play so well. And everyone would be emotional to us because we know he's on his way out. Oh my God. You know, he hit that. He hit the thugonomics. Oh, he hit like, oh god, dude, it would be crazy. You know,
You know what,
it really
Ernie?
would.
Like you mentioned that, like in a match with Randy Orton, I didn't think he was gonna do the 5 knuckle shuffle. I thought he was gonna stop, but then he
Correct.
did it, and I'm
And he
like,
did it.
dude,
Yeah,
Yes.
like
you
what's
can't
happening?
give it. You can't give that to
Right.
them. You gotta
Right.
go, and then nah, I'm not doing
and you
this.
won with the fucking nut shot.
Yeah.
Like that.
I
Oh,
don't know.
come
Yeah,
on.
It's
just
not
go
hitting
back.
for any of us, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, go back. Nobody's
You
gonna
know-
be mad if he goes back. Like we're over this shit.
What do you got there, Hal?
You don't get it, brother. WWE, we on fire right now, bro.
Oh, that's another
It's
thing
about
with
hype moment
Stephanie
and
and Triple
aura.
H. I can't watch Stephanie's show because I don't have ESPN.
Oh man, did you guys see that clip of him almost kicking her out of the Coliseum? That was hilarious.
No.
What happened?
There's a clip of them backstage, you know, do it like the wrestlers are like setting something up in the ring, and Paul is like sitting like on the sidelines watching it like this, like with his head on his hand, like annoyed at what's going on. And like the spotlight hits up in the rafters, and she's up there like Sting with a big jacket, and she's like, Triple H! And he's down there like, who the fuck is that? Can we get them out of here? He's like, who is that? Who's out here? And then like eventually somebody whispers to him, that's Stephanie. And he goes, oh, it's Steph. Hey, Steph. Like he just completely switched. He looked so mad. Like, who's this mark up there?
Yeah,
Can we get somebody?
Crazy bitch.
Yeah, can we get
I
this
didn't see
fan
that.
the fuck out of here? And then somebody tells him it's Steph, and he goes, oh, it's Steph. Hey, Steph.
Hey.
He
Hey.
hates us, bro. He hates us.
It was so funny. He looked so pissed. Like, who is this up there? It's such a fun clip. It's really good.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Well, asking you shall receive because joining us right now.
Oh, hey.
It's
What's up, brother?
Machu.
Yeah, you had a good point, man. How are you, Machu?
I'm good.
What up,
I was
Machu?
between two sentinels.
It was a good episode. It was a good episode.
good.
We had the
With
boys
highly
from
posable.
Highly Posable. Fun episode.
Nice,
Uh,
nice.
I also got my wrestling fan figures in this week.
Hell yeah.
Who'd you get?
It's
that
just
rep
a
is
bunch of
awesome.
random.
That looks like Danny DeVito.
Well,
Yeah, that looks like
Yeah.
Matilda's dad.
and they come with like little kids.
Oh wow.
You got the Karen, right?
I got all of them.
Hell yeah.
Where's Karen?
You know, they're really
Where's
cartoony looking, but I kind of like them.
right?
They just remind me of old
I'm not
WWF
They're
video
just too
games.
cartoony. Like if I put like this figure next to like them, it just doesn't mesh well to me.
Yeah, but I think in a shot though, with that fadedness in the background, you won't be
Yeah.
able to see, and you'll be like that. You'll know that kid is yelling. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it works
it could
better.
work.
Yeah, it
And the
works better
reactions when you pose figures, like, oh my god, he just
Yeah.
hit
than-
the F5.
Oh,
you know?
Like I'm saying, you have the F5 in the main shot, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you see this
And then-
blurred out. Like that's great.
Then we got
Yeah,
this guy.
that's
right here,
cool.
Hobo Jim.
With the Bret Hart glasses.
What's up,
and-
Taco Boy's in the house as well too, and
What up,
Machu
Taco?
Marcus wants to know what figures are those.
They are from
Figures Toy Company.
the Figures Toy Company. They're wrestling fan figures. There's a whole bunch of them. They come in. You can buy them individually or in 4-packs. I think I bought all the 4-packs, and then there are like 2 figures that are by themselves. There's one kid that's by himself, and then another one that I missed.
So
I forgot
much.
his name.
I think it will work.
Hey, Grumps. Yeah. I think they'll definitely work in the background. You just blur them out a little bit. I think these even work with other figure lines. Like this will work with the Toon Turtles from NECA.
Yeah. This will
Yes.
that'll totally fit with Turtles. That's the first thing I thought. I thought they were
Yeah.
NECA figures at first. I thought like, is this like a crowd that the TMNT saves like from one episode? Because they release all these random things.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I think they also work well with like comic book characters. So if you want to have like Spider-Man or
Oh,
Ray
yeah.
Ray Bill saving the day,
Good
Swinging and
laughter.
saving the kid with
Yeah.
that emoji face. That'd be cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
You have Superman flying in with the.
See,
Yeah.
there you go.
that's great. That's the reason why I
Yeah.
was one of those guys.
Put me down. That's cool. So Machu, you brought up the great comment of the night. Before we move on here, do you like the heel Cena that Grumps had asked us about?
I think they could have done better, but like, I'm waiting to see how this plays out because he was definitely acting when he was just doing the whole, just having his second thoughts thing. Like, I'm wondering why they do that, like where they show, like they continue the show even after it ends. Like that's on purpose. Like that.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they do that. Like even after the credits, like the
Mhm.
post-credit scene, I guess.
Or they've really gone to this social media thing for us to post it now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the Cody and
Kevin
KO
Owens.
fight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This last Logan Paul attack, not the last one, the one before this one against Jay. That was another crowd. The crowd put up the pictures of that. Yeah, you got to give it to them though. They're using us the correct way because we are still watching it and posting
And
for
then we
them.
feel involved, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
They
my God,
like-
is this a work or KO and
Yeah.
Cody really going at it? Like, yeah.
I think, like some of the most viral clips are from wrestling. Like,
Well, you
I
know what?
constantly see wrestling clips.
They
on
always
my
know
feed.
what they're doing because just like this, Finn has been setting up with what's her name in the background for weeks now.
Yeah, with Raquel.
Roxanne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Roxanne. Sorry.
I don't know if you caught that or not, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's always been there talking to her or they're
Mhm.
walking into a room or something. Yeah, so they know what they're doing, like you're saying. So this could be, yes, absolutely for a purpose.
The fix is
Right.
in.
Yeah.
And then tonight he said, Monday night he said she's not part of Judgment Day.
She's just here.
So that
visiting.
doesn't mean
She's
that
just-
he's not on some other group with her.
Yes. Right. That's true. So we'll have to see.
Oh yeah, that's another person I completely forgot. We were talking earlier about Seth Rollins. Finn Balor's been married to a Mexican woman for forever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finn's
something-
lady, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
that's a
She's-
girl.
I heard her speak Spanish not that long ago, and I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "Is this guy a half?" And then I found out
I
that he was
think
married.
he kicks it in Spanish, right? In
Yeah.
Espanol.
I was like, "What the
Wow.
hell?" I was like, "It's crazy."
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of heel turns, what do you guys feel about the whole Becky Lynch heel turn? The man.
I'm waiting to see where it goes. I think that Becky and Lyra stuff has probably been like one of my favorite stuffs. Like just on Raw, I feel like their promos have been really good.
Mhm.
And I feel like Becky needs another change. Like I feel like the man, I feel like that stuff is like over with. I feel like she needs like another thing.
Yeah, she needs to reinvent herself.
I
Yeah.
thought for the first time, I thought she was going to roll with Seth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
would
would-
have been something different as well, which I feel like she definitely needs right now.
That hold on a second. How crazy would it be if the third man?
Is the man.
The
The
man.
man.
Let's go. I'd be down for that.
It's the
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
That's a
you
good
just said
one.
it, right?
That'd be
Yeah.
funny. That'd be a funny flip.
Yeah.
I
That
can see
would be
that.
great, actually.
That's a really good point. I think
Yeah.
Hound has a good point too. Like, first of all, I'm happy Lyra Valkyria went over, and I feel like Becky Lynch is like maybe needs to put on some weight, or she's too skinny, or
She is. I don't know if it was the pregnancy that made her that way, but she stays way too skinny. Like she looks
Yeah.
sickly sometimes. Like her face really gets
Exactly, yeah.
sunken in sometimes, and it's like, it's kind of like with
Yeah.
Charlotte. Like, man, you got to stop doing those surgeries. Like, she does
dude,
not look the
yeah.
same anymore.
Poor
She looks
Charlotte.
completely
Yeah,
different now.
Charlotte
No.
needed to stop those surgeries. I don't know.
Yeah,
who
man, she
told
got to
her.
stop.
And now she
Yeah.
has that younger African American boyfriend. Like, what are you doing, Charlotte?
Oh, she
You s-
does?
Yeah, you haven't seen that?
Brooks is like,
No.
what?
Yes.
There
I don't
was
know
a
who
one
he
picture
is.
of her with a car in like a car with some dude. We don't know if it's like her boyfriend. or
No,
something.
they
I
yeah.
don't
This
know.
weekend there was other shots of them together, like at a restaurant and this
I
and
mean,
that. and-
What?
Maybe they're just friends. I mean, she's
you
just
saying that you
divorced.
don't want to be your dad. This is dude. Straight looks like Madonna. She looks like
She's
Madonna.
headed in that direction.
I swear to
She's doing
God,
a lot.
That's
he
crazy.
looks super young, like for real.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you say you don't want to be your dad, but you're definitely showing it.
She's
I
the
mean,
same
hey.
age as like Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
That lack of melanin is hitting her pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
man.
like I understand, especially like for women, it's really hard to stay in any business that involves media and not feel like you're judged on how you look and that you need to stay looking young and whatnot. But
Yeah,
like when
yeah.
it's to your detriment like that, and you start to look like, I hate to sound so rude, but you start to look ghoulish, like you got to
Yeah.
stop. Like when you start
Yeah.
to look like Jeff Bezos' wife, you gotta roll it back, man.
Yo!
It's too far.
Yeah. No, I agree.
The views of Rick Dom do not reflect that of the Fallen Fett Chronicles. I'm still trying to get a sponsorship from Amazon.
Can't you see?
So
The Fett
I'll-
has matured. This is the past. He is the future.
No comment from me. Do whatever
I
you
will be
want with
right
your body.
back.
I don't care.
No, yeah, do whatever makes you happy.
I'm just taking a powder.
I'm not gonna do it.
but so you guys actually like, okay, so the Becky Lynch, that's a good thing. We do need a change. And
Yeah,
now we've written it for them. She does need to be the third, the man. That would be
third
great.
man, yeah. And you know, I really hated that whole business with WrestleMania. Like them winning those titles just made absolutely no sense.
Pointless.
And I don't get it why we took out Bailey like that. She blew her off. Like, do they not like each other in real life? Because that seemed like the real
Hype
bitchy
moments,
move.
brother. Hype moments and aura.
Dude, that joke of Becky Lynch absolutely frying Bailey, where she's
Yes.
like, she needs to pay $100 a month just to be able to text her best friend. I was like, ooh, that's fucking.
And then
tough,
where
that
she
was a
said,
good one.
and she came out and said, I'm the one who attacked Becky, so we don't have to go into this big old show about it or involvement. There you go. Done
Yeah.
and over. She's not here right now. I was like, oh shit. Like, wow, all right. I guess you guys aren't friends, you don't play well together, or what?
Yeah,
But
I'm down for
I don't
Becky
know.
Bailey match.
We'll have to see. But you guys, you like Valkyria? I just don't feel
Yeah,
like
that's
she
right,
Yeah.
bro.
I
Woo!
don't hate her, but she's very middle of the road to me. I'm not into her.
I don't think
hate
she
her.
was ready for
She's
the big
very-
time yet.
Right.
middle
I
of the
still see her messing up too much. And I'm not trying to look at her that way, but just after watching for so much, I think we catch it too many times. You know what I'm saying? And yes, put your wings away. We saw you come out. You do not need to stand.
Dude, those wings were awful. The chicken wings.
She keeps
Yeah.
doing it. She keeps them on forever. I'm like, dude, there's
I
got to be
know.
somebody to tell her to take off her wings, because she awkwardly gets in the ring with them.
She's
There
my
was
her
something, I
lady,
don't know if it was
baby.
on
She's my
TV the
her
other
lady.
day, but Becky was, I don't know if it was her or somebody else, but Becky was telling her to get in the ring, to do
Yeah.
a spot.
See, that's what I'm saying. And then she really
Yeah.
messed up the camera. Did you catch it on Monday?
That was
The camera
Becky.
caught-
though.
Well,
Yeah,
but
on the
I think,
guardrail?
yeah,
Yeah, that was
she was
Becky.
bringing her to bring her back in the ring, and Becky went into the guardrail with nothing happened. And Valkyria,
I missed
yeah,
that.
Valkyria was all
Yeah.
okay. And it sucks because they kept going. They were showing all these shots, and it just so happened right when they cut, she grabs Becky, and Becky goes straight into the rail, and Valkyria's over here. Like, it was like, okay, what happened there? But we'll have to see. But yeah, I don't know. I think we should get away from that, and I do feel like she just needs a little more practice. And you know, if she is that good, your nerves should go away about this time now.
I
Like,
think they put her with Becky because they are so familiar that it's
Yeah.
probably easier for Lyra to go
So,
on the
so
microphone
that is
against
her
her.
practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this
Okay.
is her. This is try to get her out of her, out of her comfort zone. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I could see that.
Did you guys talk about Zoe?
We did, but go ahead. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
What
Tell us
do
what you think
feel?
about that disgusting
Oh
display.
my
man.
god, that was Kyrie being out of position, right? Because
Yeah.
I think you could even hear her call her name
I
as she was
know
flying in the
did,
air.
But I made the comment
Mm.
about you that I think that she already messes up way too much.
She has been, yeah.
And I don't think that was what I feel, honestly, is that then she should have waited for Kyrie to turn around and be at the spot,
Right.
not yell at her and go for it. She
Exactly.
clearly wasn't ready. I don't care how
But-
many times you practiced or did the dance. She wasn't. You're right. She did call out to her,
Yeah.
but you shouldn't have hit it then.
Yeah, she could have waited like a split second more. But I
Uh-huh.
understand that spot is like it's supposed to be like out of nowhere because usually it cuts into her flying in the air,
Yeah.
hitting that missile drop kick because it's supposed to be like a sniper drop kick
Yeah.
from across the ring. But like Kyrie was still right by the ropes, and she was just like, I don't know, she was like she was cheering on a little too long.
Okay.
And like this was her return match, so you should expect a little bit of ring rust.
correct? She was gone for a bit.
Yeah, she was gone.
And she's
for a
back to
while.
this. I was really surprised that they put her in this match and not a tag team right away to get that back.
Right.
Well,
You know,
she
let's
hasn't been tagged
let's
with.
welcome her back. Instead,
Especially
you
with-
put her in this spot.
Especially because, like you said, you know, such a known botcher. Like,
Yeah.
maybe that wasn't a good.
And
Yeah.
not only the
Anyway.
ring rust, but she also has a language barrier as
Yeah.
well.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, after that happened, I still had to give it up to mommy, because imagine trying to work in there with her and she only speaks Japanese. So
Well,
No,
they're
she knows how to call a match. I mean, she wouldn't be in
I
WWE
know
if
she
didn't know
does,
how to,
but
like,
there's a lot of pressure. You just saw somebody get
Yeah.
injured.
yeah.
right.
So you're going to be calling a lot out. So I don't know. After I give it to them, they continued on and everything, but I did wonder which way was it supposed to go.
I think Zoe was supposed to get the pin. She was supposed to get pinned in the ring because if you think about it, Kyrie just came back. If
Yes.
she took a loss, that's a big hit for her for coming back.
Yeah, that does
Um,
nothing for her to take a
yeah.
pin. Yeah, that's-
So like you could even see the frustration in their face. They're like, "Oh no, what do we do now?" Like,
Yeah, because that's what I'm
Ma-
saying. I was watching it. Yeah.
yeah. So with Zoe being out of the picture, then Kyrie has to take a loss, and that's not good for Kyrie. I mean, like, mommy's good without the title or not, you know, but like,
Yeah. She
Everybody
gets the
wants
biggest
mommy
pop
to
right
win.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mommy
they
is like
need-
we were talking
they
about
need
CM
Mommy
Punk
to
earlier.
elevate the event, the
right.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Mommy in the bank.
Money
Yeah.
Money in the bank, baby.
Trademark that, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I don't
interesting
know.
to see who wins which suitcase.
The three of them, to me, as soon as they announced it, really threw me off
Mhm.
because I
Yeah.
felt none of the
Did not-
three of them went together, and I was
Did not
like,
make any sense, really.
it didn't. I was like, what is this? And then like her coming back, I felt they should have put her in a tag team right away,
Yeah,
just to bring her back and announce her and like that. And then maybe she could have went by herself.
Right.
So
I think it's because of the timing for Money in the Bank. Right. They probably didn't want to put her in a tag team, but they also couldn't put her in a singles match right away.
so let's
So I
do
think
this.
the triple threat was kind of like a way to ease her back in.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't have put Zoe in there then.
I feel like at this point when it's so weird of a matchup, and now, right, we know everybody's either a face or a heel or a jobber, or was this supposed to go down in the script? That because when we look at it now and we're all saying what type of match was that, then go ahead and switch it up and show us like some type of lottery. Like, you know, okay, tonight's picks were this is crazy, but it's mommy versus like kind of more to a story, because I just felt like it was just so off. And I do wonder who was supposed to take the win, because just hearing that out of anything, you would all say, of course, Rhea's going to win. Like that should be a given, unless somebody came and attacked Rhea, or there was a count out or something to the effect, right? Like the match was messed with. But I felt it so weird. Like, okay, what's going to happen? So now what are we going to get on the men's side of this whole to get to Money in the Bank, you know?
yeah.
And I don't know if my memory was bad or what, but have we always done it like this for Money in the Bank?
Yeah. Like
Qualifying matches?
always
Qualifier
qualifying
matches, yeah.
It's not
But
usually like
but
a
the triple
threat.
threats?
No.
No, not triple threats. No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It hasn't
They
been
didn't do
triple
triple
threats,
threats last year or a tournament last year.
Maybe they've done it before, but it's mostly just one-on-one
Single,
matches
yeah.
on Raw.
Yeah, it's not a standard, but I'm sure they've done it before.
Yeah.
I think the triple threat match is just to throw it to make it so that way it's not always the same kind of match on Raw, considering that it is on Netflix and it is a little more like to a bigger audience. You don't want to have singles matches after singles matches, or tag team matches after tag team matches. You
Yeah,
kind
and
of
you
want to
also-
just throw in.
You also do
you know,
wonder
non-ball.
what Netflix makes them do.
Yeah,
You know, because the deal I hear is a little more involved. So I do wonder how much is them telling them like, hey, where's mommy at? Put her in this match.
right.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I'm sure they want the stars on the show.
Yeah.
But
I think so too. They
They
definitely have.
paid a lot for WWE. They paid a lot.
Well, there was a point where I was wondering, why do they keep showing the same people? And I'm like, oh, because it's on Netflix. They probably have like a list of characters that Netflix wants to see more of. Like I felt like Dakota Kai was one of them in the earlier spots, right? And then now
Yeah.
she got released also. And well, she got injured too, right?
Yeah.
And then got released.
No,
Oh.
she's still.
She came back
injured.
and then
She's still-
released.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
got released. Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, she got injured, came back, and then
Mhm.
got released, which sucks because I like her.
Yeah.
I thought that was a wrong move. You know,
Yeah,
I felt like
didn't make a lot of sense to me.
But they used
Yeah.
her a lot. Like
Yeah.
every week, I felt like I
know.
was watching a match with her.
yeah.
And they have so much on that Raw roster that it's a lot of the same repeating faces. But
I
like,
don't
you
think
can
what's her
still
name should have
progress.
lost the U.S. title. Speaking of
Chelsea
Chelsea
Green.
Green.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love her. I think she should hold it. She's holding it strong without it right now, but I wish that she would get it back. That was a
I
good
don't
play
know if
for
that's
her.
Lena is champ because I've been a fan of her, and I think she does deserve to at least be champ for a little while. I think Chelsea should probably get it back if she's not, since she's not going to be in the Money in the Bank. I'm right, got to represent the Latinos, right? Let's go.
Yeah, but I feel like I think a better one would have been her to go the Intercontinental one and go against. I feel Xena against Valkyria would have been better.
Well, but she's on Raw. You can't,
I know
it's
what
a-
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we should have the switch.
Yeah,
when I thought our what do you call that? The draft was supposed to happen already. Wasn't that
Yeah, I
usually
mean,
after
it's-
WrestleMania?
It's every year
Usually.
since Triple H took over, it happens after Mania. So I guess I don't know why they're not doing it this year.
I mean, you know what? I could imagine that Netflix is like, nah, we want those people there. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
we
who
don't
was
wanna switch
already-
nobody.
Who was already? Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great point too. Because
I
we
could
have the
imagine.
buy.
Yeah, I could imagine
Yeah.
they're telling them like, no, we have no
Yeah.
interest in switching. Like,
But
so,
speaking
no
of
draft.
who you already have on SmackDown, we had the introduction of a new Bloodline member, but he's not a Bloodline.
No,
That was
He's
weird.
Hawaiian.
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, he's
no,
Filipino.
how dare you? Now his name is JC
Yeah, JC.
Cobb.
No.
Yeah, because AEW doesn't allow him to be called Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
So
So he
But
has
he's
no
not-
relation
he's-
to them at all.
No, he's not Bloodline. He's Filipino. He has
Yeah.
no relation.
Oh, he's one of my people.
he's
Yes.
Filipino and he was raised in Hawaii.
yeah.
Yeah, he was in the.
I always
Olympics.
knew I could pass as a bloodline member.
So
And this is
There you
proof.
go. Close enough,
Honorary
brother. Come on.
Bloodline.
You just got to get tatted, bro. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll all
The
we'll throw it
Philippines
up
is a
for you.
Pacific island. Come on, let's do it.
Go on Temu, Matt, and buy the sleeve ones that you could wear. just go on. You
Yeah.
got
Get that tribal.
Yeah.
going.
Machu Toy is Bloodline now.
Look,
Yeah.
if it was back in the day, Vince would have tried to pass him as a Samoan. and
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
Oh,
would've-
Oh,
Vince would have made his own family tree on the
Yeah.
side of like he is the illegitimate son of
yeah.
Fatu. Da, da, da. I swear to God, yeah,
When Shane
And then
was a
Vin-
boy, he
Yeah.
went to Samoa a few times.
yeah. And
And,
Vince
uh,
would have ended it with, and I fucked his mother too. So
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
he would have.
Let me tell you something about Jeff Cobb you might not know. He's my illegitimate son. You know,
He does the walk coming out to announce him in just a lay. Oh, come on, let's do it. Yeah.
the
Look at
only
there
thing
he
I
is.
love more than Filipino food is Filipino women, and Jeff Cobb's mom is one of them.
Yeah.
No.
The new
Look-
member of the bloodline.
Dude, he'd
No
have done it. He's
chance.
crazy.
When I heard that they were going to do a new member, I thought it was going to be Zilla.
Yes.
No,
Everybody
it's
did.
too early for him. He just started wrestling like last year. Like, come on.
I mean, he
Was
could be
it-
a background person. He doesn't need to be in a match or anything.
Yeah,
like that,
yeah,
you know?
background.
Yeah, he could still be learning while he's here. I mean, Jacob's hot right now, but I gotta give it to what's his name mocking him. That was hilarious. Oh my
Who
god.
Solo?
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
Like how
That
you used
was
to say it? That's not
a-
how you used to say it.
Yeah. He said,
I love you so much.
that was cool. But
Yo,
yeah,
say what you want, but Solo in losing has elevated himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand that Twitter hate for him either because I still like Solo.
Yeah,
I think
you
he's
know what?
cool.
I see
I
people
think-
on Twitter hate Solo, Jay, and Mommy, but like on film, they're like the most cheered people, and everybody fucking loves it. I don't understand.
I don't like
Yeah.
Solo, bro. He's boring.
What?
Really?
I agree with Twitter
Wow.
on Jay and Solo. Mommy, nah. She's forever in my heart. I love Mommy. But Jay is all I feel like he's a much better tag than Solo. And
Those
Solo
mom-
is just
I
not-
swear to God, those mommy cheeks keep showing every week more and
Yeah.
more.
I'm in. I'll be
They
there
were
every week.
clapping
Yeah.
against
I
the
will be there
Curtis
no
City.
matter what.
Yeah. Mommy cheeks make you want to do the Yoko salute. Good job.
I think with Jay, it really depends on what or who he's going against. Like
Yeah.
his story, right?
Jay, I think Jay is holding his own. I don't agree with you, Hound. I think Jay deserves it. He wanted to go on his own. He did it, and he's doing his best, and they're allowing it to happen.
And the crowd
So-
is crazy for him. The
Correct.
crowd is
Yeah.
it's crazy for him every time.
Correct.
It's not gone any quieter. In fact, it's getting louder and louder. Like
And you could
Yeah.
see him doing more. Like I said, him and Logan, this one, I was really good. Like it should have ended with that heel kick and the way that Logan took it, and he
Mhm.
did the fall. Perfect. We should have faded. We should cut away right there.
Yeah.
That would have been great. Like, okay, good job. Him coming out from the stairs is a staple now, and now he's adding the little kids to it. That's cool too. He's trying to show his aggressiveness. Like, no, you can't pug me. I like that too. Like, yes, let's go ahead.
He even added to his catchphrase, like he's got the 4 letters, 1 word,
And everybody, he
like
doesn't
he
even say it
added
anymore.
to-
He
yeah.
lets everybody else say
It's
it.
not just
Yeah.
it's not just ye.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. I think maybe Hound, I know, and I'm like the same as you. We're too used to what we've always had and to give them a chance, but at some time it does have to change.
Yeah.
Like you're CM Punk, like you said, he's having a great time right now. Let him play it out. He doesn't need a belt or anything like that. So yes, right now, let's go ahead and give Jay the belts and show who's going to be here for a long time. They're standing because we can't have Punk and Seth and Randy for a long time more. They can't end up like Taker
Yeah, you
and
have
everybody
to
and Stone Cold have just hurt. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Don't let them be hurt.
You know what's really crazy, I think, is now in the business, everybody who is on the top is probably close to 40,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, it was not like that. It was like people in their prime in their 30s, but now it's like a lot of the older people are and they can
still
still
on top.
pass. They can still pass for like them being in their 30s.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yes,
you
they
know
can.
why, Matthew? Because they're not doing 330 dates a year.
Exactly. They
They're getting
changed
time
their
off now.
They're
They're getting to go to Disneyland and Disney World with their family.
doing a lot
and
less, thankfully, good for
be
their
at home.
bodies. And
Yeah.
No more
Yeah,
house
and-
shows and
Look,
stuff.
look at
and the medical
on that
is better, right?
example. Look at Karrion Cross. And I don't know if you guys are paying attention,
Mhm.
but Karrion Cross, I think he just turned 40. He's gonna be 40, and his merch is up there with
It's
the big
it's
dog.
selling. It's selling.
Because it's some shit that he's able to do on the side or whatever.
Mhm.
Little vignettes or whatever. Like he's
No.
yeah, he's doing good.
Well,
Yeah, because like when I first started watching, like it was like 96, so it was like Sean was on top, right? And it was like
Yeah.
he was 31. Like people in their early 30s were usually at the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that, like it's crazy. And then they shifted down to like I think in the early 2000s, like when Cena and Orton came in, like they were the young guys. And
Yeah.
then they started
Yeah,
putting
they
the belts
were.
on younger people, but then they started to realize maybe they're not ready yet to handle
Correct.
this. Like Randy, like
Yeah.
Randy's case in point, he was definitely not ready to handle that at the time.
And Randy looks so good right now.
oh, dude, he's
God.
Yeah. That guy's a warrior. The fact that
He
his
is.
shoulder
and he's-
popped out on him all the time. and It's
Yes.
just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Let's go again.
And he's having fun right now.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Like when did you ever think you would ever see Randy calling for the crowd to like, I want to hear you? Like he loves it. He does. His pose is just
Yeah,
oh my God. Yeah.
And the fact that Joe Hendry thing was done was amazing too. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess Joe Hendry had said like, oh, he didn't know if he was going to do it. He said if he felt like it, he'd do it, and if not, then he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then he randomly saw him do the turn around and smile, and
That's
and then he
cool.
knew that gimmick is like is over. Like it's over with the
Yes.
it's over with the crowd. Like the
Yeah.
crowd loves it.
Yeah. Yeah. He's trying to stay on top of things, isn't he?
Mhm.
But yeah. Well, that was a good one, guys. I think we're all totally caught up. You know, we do have Saturday night's main event next.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the PLE after that. And then we'll reconvene for another show and see where everything's
Sounds
at.
good.
And our
Hell yeah.
predictions and everything. And let's see how this one turns out. Maybe let's hope for that turnaround of John Cena. And yeah, we wrote the man in there perfect for them. So let's see what happens. If that takes place or what goes on. Yeah. that you could see Paul getting into it, right?
Yeah.
I told him we need a third man. Do you know who the man should be?
The man.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
God, that would be so good. Yeah.
And you're
Imagine
right.
that.
Yeah, he fell.
That'd be cool. What's up, Shelf? We're just getting done. But you can check out some Star Wars news. I'm going to hop over with the Sarlacc Digest right now next. The link is below. They just started. We'll get over there for that. So I'll be hopping them with them, and I'll be back next week. Let's see who will be joining next week. Maybe Dario. Let's see if Yoko's caught up yet, or Tommy. And I'll be back here Wednesday at 6 p.m. for you guys. Grumps, where can we keep up with you at?
You can find me at Bad Voice Grumps on all the socials and in the Toy Migos Discord live chat with Hound.
Nice. Yeah, Hound, are you always there?
Yeah, every night pretty much.
Yeah.
As soon
Very
as he
good.
leaves here, he'll be there.
Well, tonight I'm gonna go finish AW and then I'll be there. So.
Okay.
Yeah, tonight
Well,
we're late for the voice
thank
chat.
thank you guys for stepping away. Tell
Thank you
everybody
for
I said
having
hello.
me. I appreciate it.
But I do appreciate you, especially Hound. You had to stop your wrestling to always be here, but I appreciate it.
What a guy.
Thank you so
Anytime, bro.
much.
Stop the
Yeah.
wrestling to talk wrestling.
Yeah. Hey, you know he's itching. Oh, okay. Yeah. And Rick, where can we keep up with you at? Thank you so much as well for you hopping on tonight.
Anytime. The past had to meet the future on stream. You catch me on the ACBA podcast every Friday when we can. Sometimes that switches up a little bit, work schedules and whatnot. You catch me at RickDom2345 on Instagram. Tomorrow, the ACBA crew is going on Toying Around, Unboxing Thursdays with Kevin, the wonderful DK. It's going to be me, Harper Figs. You guys know Harper Figs? What a guy, huh?
Yo,
Yeah.
Top
Yeah.
is the man.
Let's go.
Yes.
Vin Figs, and Poncho. So we're gonna
Nice.
go unbox a bunch of stuff. I think me and Kevin are even gonna unbox some cards, even. So
Ooh.
Cool.
yeah, it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Catch us there, and catch me on the ACBA podcast on Instagram, and yeah.
Just follow Rick and he'll have those links there. And tomorrow, check them out on Toying Around's YouTube channel. Tell everybody I said hello, Rick, please.
Absolutely.
And Machu, where can we keep up with you at?
Oh, you can catch me on another Wednesday show with J Shot Between Two Sentinels before the Fallen Fett Chronicles.
Yep.
I'm also on Chat Migos Assemble anytime that I can make it. That's on Tuesday nights. And then the first Thursday of every month on Toying Around for Enablers Unboxing Edition. So, yeah.
Nice. Don't forget to check out that replay tonight of Between Two Sentinels when they had on
Highly
was it
Posable.
tonight? Highly Posable was there.
Highly
Yes.
posable.
So go check that out. Don't forget Yoko, the Brahma Bull. Yoko's channel as well. Go check out all her new content that she has on there and she's trying to catch up. Give Tommy a follow and go say what's up to Dario as well. Like I said, hopefully maybe they'll be here next week. Stay tuned to check it out and hit that link for the Sarlacc Digest. And don't forget to hit your Ross. I need the Black Heart Wave and the Zabu Wave. Okay. If you want to see what's there, go give.
You got it? Dude,
Who's
mine
that
comes this week. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't forget to
Super
check
7
out
Turtles.
Arizona Toy Hunters Guild and Brick University on Instagram for all your hunting needs. Go give them a follow and say what's up. Tell them the Fallen Fett sent you. Federation, thank you so much for being here. Everybody in the replay crew, have a safe week. We love you and have a good weekend. Peace.
Peace.
Later.